Your best friend is supposed to be the one who knows your secrets, the one who protects you more than anyone else. At least, that's what I believed. Until Chloe, my so-called sister, my closest friend, tried to take the most precious thing I had, my husband, James. We met in high school and grew up like sisters. We crammed for exams together, ate terrible takeout on the floor, cried over heartbreaks, and planned our futures as if nothing could stop us. In college, I told her I wanted to write. She said she'd build a business empire. We promised we'd live on the same street one day, kids playing in the same yard, summers at the lake, holidays under one roof. When I met James, Chloe was the first to know. She screamed into the phone like it was her own love story. When he proposed, she cried almost as much as I did. On my wedding day, she hugged me and whispered, "Now it's the three of us, you, James, and me. We'll never be apart." Back then it sounded sweet. Now it sounds like a warning I ignored. She slid into our marriage like a ribbon through a braid. Dinners, movie nights, quick weekend trips. Chloe was always there. She laughed and said, "We're not a couple, we're a trio." And then came the comments. When James brought me flowers, "That's it? You deserve better." When he bought me a necklace, "Not your style, honestly, it looks cheap." After a trip, "James should have splurged. You only get so many summers." It stung, but she wore her concern like perfume. Soft, flattering, hard to argue with. I told myself this was sister energy, not sabotage. Then came the conversation about kids. One night, James and I whispered baby names in the dark, playfully arguing about nursery colors. We were giddy. Two people building a future. I told Chloe the next morning, expecting squeals. She didn't squeal. She stiffened. "You're rushing it," she said. "James isn't ready. You'll ruin your freedom, your career, your body, your sleep. Trust me, wait." The words sounded like a rope meant to save me. But her eyes felt like a knife. Cold, possessive, territorial. From that day forward, every happy plan carried her rain clouds. Gifts weren't good enough. Vacations weren't nice enough. My husband wasn't enough. And little by little, I started to believe it.
Chloe stopped asking me for help and started asking James, "Could you drive me across town? My shelf is crooked, can you fix it?" She'd praise him in front of me. "You're so lucky, Olivia." But her smile twisted my stomach. Whenever James and I argued about bills or schedules, Chloe always appeared soon after. She'd take my side, but in a way that humiliated him. "He should be grateful you put up with this." It felt like defense, but it worked like a wedge. I didn't realize how far she'd moved inside our walls until the night those walls closed in. James was in the shower. Steam rolled under the bathroom door. The fan hummed. His phone buzzed on the table. I don't snoop, I never have. But Chloe's name lit up the screen, and my hand moved before I could stop it. One message, 10 words. "Don't tell Olivia. This stays between us." The room tilted. My pulse thundered in my ears. I read it once, twice, 5 times, praying the letters would rearrange themselves into something harmless. They didn't. My throat closed. The air felt thin and sweet, the way it does before you faint. 100 memories crashed into me at once. Chloe's smirk at my necklace, her "wait on kids," her timing when we argued, the late-night jokes only they seemed to share. Every warning she'd given me replayed in my head, no longer masked as care. "He doesn't value you. You could do better. Don't tie yourself down." The shape of a plan appeared, where I'd only seen random dots. The bathroom door opened. James stepped out, water dripping down his shoulders. He froze when he saw me holding his phone. "Olivia?" he said carefully, like speaking to something fragile. "What are you doing?" I turned the screen toward him, my voice torn like fabric. "What does this mean, James? Why are you keeping secrets with Chloe?" The color drained from his face. He reached out, stopped, swallowed hard. "It's not what you think," he stammered. She was planning a surprise for you." A surprise? The smallest word, the biggest insult. I stared at him so long he looked away. He wrapped the towel tighter like the truth might be hiding in its folds. I swear, he said, nothing happened. That night, I lay wide-eyed beside a man I suddenly didn't recognize, counting the seconds between his breaths. In the dark, Chloe's voice multiplied. Don't rush. He's not enough. You deserve more. And for the first time, I wondered, was she protecting me or auditioning for my life?
2 weeks later, fate answered my question. A client canceled, so I came home earlier than expected. The lights were on. Laughter floated from the living room. I froze. Chloe and James were on the couch, too close, whispering. James jumped up instantly. Olivia, it's not what it looks like. Panic poured from his face, but Chloe didn't move. She looked at me with steel in her eyes. I didn't do anything wrong. I only wanted to show you that James isn't good enough for you. The man you think is perfect, he doesn't deserve you. Her words cut me in half. My knees buckled. The grocery bag slid from my hand. And in that moment, I saw it. Every warning, every doubt, every laugh at our happiness. It wasn't care. It was jealousy. I told her to leave. She lifted her chin, walked out, and the door clicked shut behind her. James's voice broke as he begged. Please, Olivia. Nothing happened. She twisted everything. I'll cut her out forever. I'll go to therapy. I'll give you every password, whatever it takes. Don't let her destroy us. And for days, he proved it. He admitted his silence had been weakness. He owned the damage. He worked to rebuild my trust, piece by piece. Therapy helped us draw boundaries. No private calls, no hidden favors. Slowly, I saw it clearly. Chloe's disdain for gifts, her dismissal of vacations, her warnings about children. It wasn't love, it was envy. James showed up every day, patient, steady, humble. Trust didn't return like a switch. It returned like sunrise. Chloe is gone. The wound still aches. But our marriage survived. And now, I know, betrayal doesn't always come from enemies. Sometimes, it wears the face of your best friend.